with AEW seemingly inflating their attendance numbers for All In and more. This is Wrestling Hub. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Before we get into the rest of the video, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Hub and turn on all notifications to stay up to date with everything in the world of pro wrestling. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Hub Official and follow us on Twitter at Wrestling_Hub. Touching on his recovery from a shoulder injury, Kevin Nash said on his Click This podcast, "I'm doing my workout and I do my abs and I go to myself, I'll get through the day, but tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna be paralyzed. Then the next morning I get up and I take a shower and I'm washing my hair with both arms up and I got both hands and I'm scrubbing away and I go to myself, when's the last time I was able to do that with no pain? I don't know if it was scar tissue or I had to have broken through. So today was chest day and I went to my chest machine and the heaviest I normally go is 235 to 240. My second set was 250 and then I did 285 for 10 reps. Explaining why Dolph Ziggler has not been on WWE programming lately, BWE noted on X, "I know he asked for some time off." For an update on the Impact Wrestling status of Heath, Slater, Sean Ross Sapp revealed that Fightful Select has learned that Heath Miller, who simply goes by Heath in Impact Wrestling, will be a free agent in October as things stand right now. Heath's deal with Impact expires at that time, and a new one is yet to be reached. Staying on the topic of pro wrestling contracts expiring, this appears to be the case for former AEW TBS champion Jade Cargill, with PW Insider noting, in speaking with AEW sources this morning, the belief is that her current AEW deal expires as soon as this week, and while there were discussions with Cargill about staying, nothing new was ever agreed to. She is not currently slated for any other AEW appearances, we are told. In speaking with Billy Crotchton, who sent results last night, she noted that after Cargill wrestled Chris Statlander for this Friday's Rampage, at the end of last night's Dynamite taping in Cincinnati, the pair embraced and hugged. Cargill was described as teary-eyed, but then left the ring and walked to the back by manager Mark Sterling. The taping then concluded with a best friends hug in the ring. Following CM Punk's firing from AEW, many have speculated that he could be on his way back to WWE. Talking about this on his Grilling JR podcast, Jim Ross said this regarding a WWE comeback for Punk. "I hope so, and I think it'll probably happen. I just don't have any leads or any dirt. He's still young enough and hungry enough, I think, to go out and grab those big paydays. I just don't know where or when. Obviously, one would assume that's all I'm doing. One would assume that CM Punk's next destination could be WWE, but there's no guarantee of that either. I don't know how they left it. Then when you go through a big turnover like WWE did this week with the Endeavor thing being finalized, you never know. I'm gonna miss him because I enjoy being around him. And we have such a small crew that comes on Saturday night. It's a pretty unique environment, Collision Nights. A whole lot less people are there. He's too good not to use his skills. But I don't know. He's a different cat, as everybody knows. That's not a revelation either." After a run-in with security at JFK Airport, Matt Riddle, who was said to be intoxicated and causing a disturbance, is set for a WWE return after not appearing on Raw this week, PW Insider reported. WWE sources indicate that Matt Riddle is currently slated to return next week at Monday Night Raw. Riddle missed this past week due to what talents were told was a medical issue, and is also expected to miss this weekend's live events. Back in June, Ringside News reported that Elias is not being discussed. This applies to Ezekiel as well. Now, BWE has taken to X to say this about the star. He's without a professional wrestling contract at the moment. Taking to social media, Hurricane Helms let fans know that former WCW star the Maestro is in need, writing, "Hey everyone, I'm not sure of the details, but my longtime friend the Maestro from WCW has hit a rough spot. If you can help out, here's the link." The GoFundMe reads, "Hi, my name is Rob, recovering from medical issues from years of working, recent sickness, and other compounding health complications a few months ago, along with loss of transportation. In need of funds to help pay for medical bills and transportation with work. Any help would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for your support." Despite AEW promoting their All In London event as the highest paid attendance for a pro wrestling show in history, new details have emerged that have jeopardized this claim. F4W Online writes that, thanks to a Freedom of Information Public Records request, the turnstile count for last month's AEW All In from London's Wembley Stadium has been revealed. First noted by WrestleNomics, the Brent Council, local authorities for the borough located in Greater London, responded to the request and stated that the turnstile number, actual ticketed fans in the venue that night, was 72,265. The announced total paid number by AEW was 81,035. It's unknown how many of the turnstile count were actually paid versus comped tickets, as that wasn't provided. To this point, AEW has only announced paid tickets and did not include comped tickets or any other breakouts. Traditionally, announced attendance for sporting events and concerts is the total tickets distributed, which includes paid and comped tickets, as turnstile numbers are usually not made public. From Brandon Thurston's report on WrestleNomics, WrestleNomics was told by a source that a typical AEW event has a drop count, also known as a turnstile count, that is about 80% to 90% of the paid attendance or tickets distributed. In this case, 72,265 is 89% of 83,131. By that estimate, there were approximately 2,000 non-paid tickets distributed in addition to the announced paid number. This will only add to the debate about the most attended wrestling shows of all time. Thurston noted that 2016's WWE WrestleMania 32 had a turnstile count of 80,709 according to the Arlington, Texas Police Department. WWE announced 101,763 for the evening. Speaking of AEW's attendance numbers, they did not do so well for their most recent Dynamite show, as WrestleTix reported. This attendance figure ended up surpassing only one other AEW TV event attendance for the year, which was Collision in Regina, Saskatchewan, 2,474. It secured the second to last position just ahead of Rampage in Kingston, Rhode Island, 2,743. No sugarcoating it, this was a bad turnout. Many residents in the area reached out to me, noting that they only became aware of the event's presence the day before, when AEW advertisements aired during nearly every commercial break of the Reds baseball game. Going back to the topic of the all-in attendance numbers for AEW, Will Ospreay posted a video showing off his tattoo to commemorate the event, as he appears to be regretting the decision to get the ink after the news of the real attendance numbers came out. Here's the video.
Bruv, you cannot make this shit up. I am currently in Japan. I've had no fucking sleep. I am tired. And I wake up. This is the worst day of my life. Do you know how hard it was for me to get a tattoo? My mum fucking hates them, bruv. They announced it to everyone. They announced it to 81,000 people. I've got this fucking thing on my arm.
With Edge having what appeared to be his final match in WWE, Ringside News said this in an update on the Star. According to PW Insider, Edge is no longer listed on WWE's internal talent roster, although WWE.com still lists him as an active performer. The WWE Hall of Famer is now officially no longer with the company. Since news of Edge's contract expiration surfaced, there's been speculation within WWE that he might join AEW, where he could reunite with his longtime friend and tag team partner Christian Cage. That reunion could very well be possible. It remains uncertain whether AEW is engaged in talks with Edge, and his future remains uncertain. It's also possible that Edge may retire again or re-sign with WWE. After all, that is the current thought. Ringside News exclusively reported that the speculation within WWE is still that Edge is AEW bound. That has not changed from our previous exclusive report from a month ago. Ringside News previously exclusively reported that there is an internal belief within WWE that Edge is going to AEW. A short time later, Sean Ross Sapp reported that there is also belief within AEW that Tony Khan will ink Adam Copeland to a contract. Reacting to this previously mentioned news about Edge, Mercedes Mone simply wrote on social media, "On this day, I see clearly everything has come to life." Despite being removed from the active roster list, there could be some hope for Edge sticking around in WWE, as PW Insider later added. We are told he is now listed in what was described as a miscellaneous talent list for personalities signed but not working actively on either TV series. Others included on that list currently would be Steve Austin, Big E, Undertaker, Titus O'Neil, and Braun Strowman, among others. All talents who are connected to the company but not actively performing or are injured. And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later.